What's up, guys? Welcome to Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things Halloween. My name's Anthony, and with me tonight, as always, we got Ashley and Jess.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
The man behind the cam, Andy. And, of course, our daddy, Jimbo.
You know it.
Jesus.
Officer Doofy. I'm just kidding.
That's right.
Let's get right into this podcast, guys. I know it's gonna look a little different. You know what I mean?
We're
gonna try something
Different
new. You
set
can see how
design.
big we actually
we
are.
actually, guys, rented out a set.
A warehouse,
So we built the set behind us, all from scratch, elbow grease, and
All from the pockets of my personal collection.
yes.
Anyways, guys, like I said, welcome back. We're super excited to start this season off. Or actually, no, not even starting this season because we're technically already started the season, right?
Technically, this is episode
So
2.
it's just, I think we've sat down now and we got a good idea of what's going to happen or what direction we're going in. I know we got a couple things in the works already as far as podcasting and vlogging, because I know a lot of you guys like the vlog style that we did in the past, even though it's scary as hell for some of us. You know, so we're definitely got a better idea, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this season.
We found a tractor, and we
found a big one.
We're able to pull our heads out of our,
Rear end.
rear end.
Out
The
rear
problem
end.
is, did you find the keys to the tractor?
Nope.
There it
We
is.
did. We had a really good long tough
discussion.
couple week
We did
discussion.
some soul searching. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, as you could tell, Jessica's going to be the same character. She doesn't break character. You
That's
don't
right.
fuck around,
I'm
mess
the only
around with that.
consistent. Oh my god.
Oh, I have a little cough coming in.
What's
I can
going on?
feel it. I don't
You
know.
got vid?
Don't even
Bronchitis.
say that. No, guys, we're actually not in a warehouse. We're still in our parents' house.
It's actually my room.
Yeah, this is actually Anthony's
As you can
room.
see, I sleep with all this stuff back here, guys.
Yeah,
That's
this
quite
is
the. It's
Anthony's
years.
collection back here.
Personal collection I've been collecting for a little. A lot of this stuff, though, that you see is autographed, just saying.
And that's not all of it. There's stuff you can't see over
Right.
on the other side. So
Right,
it's
right.
pretty
Yeah.
chaotic in here.
The
you
collecting
can
never
see
stops.
who's
Hey,
the favorite child.
and
besides
you
this
guys
one.
out there that collect, you know what's up. And you know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? When it comes to collecting, it gets tough to stop. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm not
this
a
is.
collector, so
I think
don't know.
there's medication for that.
It's called shopaholics.
But you know, Ashley wanted to try a whole new setup with the chairs, kind of like a talk show type of vibe. Which, realistically, I'm really liking it. You know what I mean? I do like it.
I think it's great, because it's my idea.
Oh
But,
Lord, she did not
Lord.
just
I
say
didn't
that.
realize we were supposed to have some type of table in front, and now they gonna know.
They gonna know what's cracking.
They gonna
with
know
us.
we
Like,
fuck
I'm
with
gonna
In-N-Out.
fuck 'em. Yeah.
At least once a week.
Taking sponsorships.
Said in and out,
Oh
bro.
man, that's hilarious.
ain't lying.
That's where we're a little shy back here, huh?
Plus, guys, on a good note, I am now working a normal shift, except rather than graveyard. So this is gonna be a lot easier. Thank you very much. So we're gonna be back on
You
schedule
see,
here.
he found the tractor.
There we go.
You know, I had to do what I had to do for the last
Exactly.
6-7 months, and it was
Exactly.
gnarly. You know, I felt like Dracula himself.
Right.
You know, roaming around the streets at 3-4 in the morning, and
But
and I got some crazy stories that I can actually share when we get into that
that'd
time.
be great.
You know, I don't know. A lot of you locals might have heard of the Aguamanza Cemetery and things like that. I've actually had the opportunity to drive through all that. But anyway,
At
beyond
2-3 in the morning.
besides that,
You gotta do what you gotta do. That's working an overnight shift to provide.
that's right. So, but let's jump into our first bullet point, guys. Unfortunately, we all have the blues. The Halloween season has officially come to an end. No sound
It's
effect.
okay.
Thanks, guys. That's our tech guy, right? That's Andy for you guys. This
He
guy
doesn't
didn't have
know- he
nothing
didn't know which one to cue in.
something,
Okay.
but you suck. Anyway, the
Halloween
Halloween
season
season. You got
is
it or not? Or
officially
is it lost?
over.
There you go.
There we go. Good job, buddy.
Good job.
Gold star.
It is officially over, guys. It's a bittersweet moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bittersweet because we started Halloween in July this year, and from July till Halloween was a beautiful
Vending.
vending and staying busy time for us. You know what I mean? So I would say this Halloween was very active and all the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
I would say this is probably one of the better years that we've had for sure.
100%. Last year was had us on edge.
Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was last year. I think this year was different challenges, but it was definitely
Better.
better. But we did so much personally, as well as professionally, as well as with the business. So
Yeah.
a lot of changes happened this year. So
Yeah, this year I would say, like I said, it was a great comeback, and I want to just give credit where credit is due, from the event coordinators to the crowds, to the guests, to the shoppers, man, to the supporters. Thank you guys again so much, because again, none of that shit would be possible without A to Z, you know. So again, thanks guys for everybody for putting it together, to the supporters, man. It wouldn't be possible,
Yeah,
man.
it was
And
nice.
again, it was a awesome year, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it felt like it went by so fast.
It
July, I felt like we were just in July for Midsummer Scream, and then
Yeah.
we blinked and it's November.
Yeah, literally.
This year in general just felt like it hauled ass.
Dude,
Um,
I would say that. I would easily say that. I think this year's been flying by, bro.
Yeah.
Flying by. You know, and it's exciting in a way, because the quicker the ending of this year go. Don't get me wrong, one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite holiday, is the Christmas time of the year.
It is Christmas. Don't lie.
Anyways.
Yes.
But the quicker Halloween season gets here, the better. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, all right, cool. 4th of July is over, Halloween time.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So,
Literally.
but again, so everybody has a little bit of the blues as far as that, a little depression, because it sucks, man. You work all year long to be prepared for these shows, and then just like that,
Yeah.
it's over.
Yep.
You know, don't get me wrong. We still have events coming up, guys. I thought we were done for the year, but I guess not. I can't disclose too much yet because I don't have all the details with us, but I guess the year's not over.
Secret files.
You know, but next week, when next week comes along, guys, we should have more
Yeah.
information and whatnot.
Yeah.
But again, man, just big shout out to all the coordinators, and to the supporters for shopping small and keeping it small, and
Yeah.
making this year such a successful year.
For sure.
Can I get some hands, Andrew?
Woo!
Thank you.
you know,
Sorry, guys, we're getting back into the rhythm here. His new job. He's actually got to pay attention. So he's like, oh shit, dude.
you know,
Like, that's like 3. So.
I think going back to the thing you said first or earlier, it was a comeback year. I think, you know, because last year was such a down year for all events,
Yeah.
and I feel like all the events this year had a great rebound from the prior year.
Yeah.
And all the way around, man. You know what I mean? I'm so happy for the vendors that were able to make it through. You know what I mean? And to stay positive and put your head down and keep going. Because again,
Gotta
coming out
grind.
of last year, dude, I know for a fact everybody's like, "Fuck this," you know what I mean? Like, excuse my language, but
barely crawling.
woo, it was one of those, man. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, last year was the year we closed down our store.
Yeah, the store closed. You know what I mean? It was just a rough year.
Yeah.
You know,
call it
and it wasn't just
transitional.
don't get me wrong. Can it be better? 100%. You know, but again, you take your victories, your small victories where you can, and you show support, because again, it was a better year. To sit
Yeah.
here and say, "Oh, we had the same," no,
Right.
man. And you can tell. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those guys where, again, very appreciative for the year we had, and I honestly can say that I'm very confident going into 2025 and seeing what that year has to bring. I know,
That sounds crazy.
there's a lot of great things in the works, man. It's
Yeah.
a lot of great things. So,
Definitely.
So we'll keep it up.
anything you guys want to add?
No, I mean, going back to like you saying having the Halloween blues for us, it's like for us it's lifestyle. So July comes, 4th of July is over, Halloween's next day. Well, in my house it's year round.
Right.
But I just add more orange and stuff. So now that like you get to Halloween, you feel like every event you're like, okay, it's getting closer to Halloween. You can feel it, and then it comes and goes, and you're like, oh shit, like I lost. What happened?
Right.
It's almost
kinda sucks.
anticlimactic because you've been doing Halloween all
For
year,
years.
and then the actual day comes and it's like, that's it, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny
Yeah.
is Halloween day, I dressed up kind of.
Yeah.
I had witches stockings and stuff, and I go out with me and Gabriel are out getting some food, and someone's like, "Oh my god, I love your Halloween outfit," and Gabriel's laughing, and I'm like, "What? Like, what's funny?" Because I'm telling him
Because you
about
added a hat.
right, and he's like, little does she know that you wear that year round, and I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
should I be offended or not?"
Right. And I think that's
She's like, "I love your costume. I wear this."
I think
every
that's the
other
fun
day."
part, though, when everybody gets to fit in together that night. You know what I mean? And
When everybody's
obviously,
Halloween.
obviously, we're different. We love it. We live it. We're about it.
You look like a
breathe it.
freak. I'm just kidding.
Like I can go through my drawers and pull out nothing but shirts like the ones I'm wearing now, and
Right.
hats. I probably have 10 hats of just webbed
Battle
out.
of the hats. Whose hat's better?
Oh, shit! This is brand new
You
drop.
can't
right
even
here.
see mine.
Brand new
Comment
drop.
down
All the way
below.
over there.
Dun, dun, dun.
I just got this like yesterday.
Literally, she was gonna go with that one, guys. I was like, Jess, you just got brand new hats.
They
Well, you gotta
all
wear one, dude.
maxed
So-
out credit cards buying
Hey.
these freaking hats.
Check it out.
Anyways,
Not horror related, but shout out to the Dodgers for winning the World Series.
Yeah,
That's
Thank goodness,
And
man.
if you're a hater, there's the door.
there's the door.
Man,
All right.
let me tell you something. Them winning the World Series this year is epic, bro.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think we all cheered up a little bit.
100%, dude.
I was at the store watching it with a
I was at
random
work,
dude.
dude. I was at work. I was like, shit. The manager for
Shoot.
Dickie's restaurant let me in after closing and
Hey.
finish watching the game. So shout out to the guy in
Shout out to
Riverside.
that dude.
But anyway,
Anyway, that's why every year there's a Halloween drop. I'm not gonna tell you
A
guys
couple.
the deets,
Couple.
yeah, don't be giving away the
secrets.
details. DM us if you want to know.
For real.
No, everywhere we go, they get stopped. Where'd you get your hat? Where'd you get your hat? Where'd you get your hat?
Mhm.
And I was like, I even know the website, and I don't even order. But yeah, so this year there was actually a lot of drops for Halloween hats.
And
Not
we got
just
them
two. There was
all.
like I want to say like 8.
3,
No,
4.
4 drops, and Anthony bought them all.
So did
Yes.
You got all of them too?
I. Yeah. The only one I okay,
what
wait.
kind of sound
the
are you
only,
on around
the only
here?
one I didn't, girl Klarna.
You
The
know,
only one I didn't get is the candy corn one, and that's because it was a snapback.
yeah, I don't wear snapbacks, bro.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Good
no.
decoration.
Ooh.
But I mean, reeling it back in, guys. We're going off topic
Sorry,
here. Come on,
sorry.
you know we're on a
Always.
strict timeline here, producers. You know what I'm saying?
now we're talking about our hats.
Anyways, you know what? Going into hats, it's one of those things where, as vendors, you want to try to bring in new things, and maybe hats is one of the things we bring in. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
That could be a possibility in the future.
It's something that me and Anthony share a passion for sure. Like so
Yeah.
does Andrew, but he doesn't really have a lot of Halloween hats.
He's
Right.
not willing to drop
You know,
the kind
Ashley
of dough.
says-
Just say what you want to
you
say.
know.
He's not fucking. Man, I gotta stop cussing.
Yeah,
guys.
stop
Person.
cussing.
I gotta
It's
stop.
not that
Oh my
hard.
God.
I gotta be about it. You gotta be about
gotta
it.
be
You know what I
about
mean?
it.
Andy's not about it. He's like, oh, that's cool. I'll give that one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't need them all. I'll take that one. You know?
And he's like, I can't afford Hornets this year. Whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
fuck it.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's it. That's not me. That couldn't be me.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, it's traditionalists that watching you, mess up the LA logos,
I'm sorry. I'm repping it at all times, scary or not.
Boo.
But
Boo.
Boom, mother.
I feel too. Yeah, I mean, going back to topics of ending the Halloween season, and I hope everybody had a good haunt season.
Yeah.
Haunts this year were active, dude. I heard a lot of good things coming out of haunts. Of course, it always comes with negatives.
Oh,
But
that's
again,
everything.
You know.
there's some of the biggest critics in the world are out there that have actually never done it in their lives.
Right,
So
right.
and
Yeah,
that's hard to
Jimbo has built mazes, homie.
So and I get it because it does get frustrating, bro. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to Hans for
Killing
getting
it.
through this year. I heard a lot of great things overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you do hear the negatives, but hey, as a consumer, pick the ones you want to go to, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know us. We got caught up again. We were really busy, and again, my schedule was just shit.
I was
dude.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony's
your schedule was
schedule was
horrible.
Ruined it
terrible,
for
y'all.
Can I say
Right.
shit? Shit's not a bad
No,
word, right?
It's a bad word.
Yeah.
You can say
Anyway,
hell.
my schedule was horrible, man. So realistically, I'm only on my second week of my new schedule. I'm like
He's
completely
alive
loving
already.
it.
You
I'm
can you
loving
can
it.
tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more
Not a zombie.
animated and more motivated. The girls are like great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
all I can say of people that are critical of events and haunts and things like that is try it.
yeah,
Throw one.
yeah.
Build one.
Everyone's
how
a
it goes.
Gordon Ramsay,
Yeah.
everyone's a Michelin
That's
star
me.
chef.
Yeah.
That's a Jessica.
Yeah.
Over here, she's like, "Oh, that was gross.
Yep.
That place was nasty."
You know,
Like,
you know
what's
what?
your
And then big, I do
credentials?
want to give a shout
My
out to the.
credentials or my credentials?
My foot lodged in the backside of you. That's
In
what
the
it is.
rear end. We're not going to say the ASS word here. No,
We'll
I
spell
do
it
want
out,
to give
though.
a big shout out because we're talking about events and stuff. And again, shout out to everybody that does it. You know what I mean? And you guys know who you are, man. But big shout out to the one we just did up in Camarillo.
Yes.
The fact that they're doing it again in their home, it's our situation,
Yeah.
where we were in Ukaipa and then it was like, we were like, man, there's nothing up here, dude. We got to do something, Bam, we did it. Big shout out to those girls, dude. Deadly Sweets and man, amazing. The fact that they're doing it, bro. And again, I draw from it because it's one of those inspiring things where they're like, there's literally nothing up there, and
Yeah.
let's do it.
It's far.
And they did it again. So great show, you know what I'm saying? Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see. When the community does well, it's the best thing
Yeah.
because we're growing as a community. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's so important, bro. Is we gotta grow as a community and continue to bring people in to our community to grow it and for it to how do you say it? Flourish.
I don't know. Actually,
Yes.
use the vocabulary.
Oh God.
Vocab gurus.
Flourish.
Flourish, whatever.
I think
You
you're
know,
hitting
that-
it on the head like it's a family. You know what I mean? So you want to
Yes.
see your family
yes,
do well.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. And then you always have that one thing. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, of course, of course. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. It's business. It's a family. Families fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you telling me.
So it is what it is. But like I said, man, whoever made it through this year, dude, and last year, and it's just like we're here.
Yeah.
So
Keep grinding.
keep on moving. Keep on
And
grinding.
I
Believe in
can't
yourself,
remember if we
guys.
covered. I don't think we have, but I'm blinking. Ashley, help me out. You got drunk.
Oh, you gotta do it like that.
Oh, the villains.
The villains.
I don't even want to talk
October
about it. I
Village's
wasn't
villains,
there, bro.
What was the actual name of it?
Tavern of Terror.
Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome,
Another
Jessica.
awesome show, from what I hear.
I did not
It
get
was
drunk.
great.
Thank you. Do not slander my name that way. No,
She's like, I don't even drink.
I don't.
Because if I was
She
there, me and
wasn't
Jeremy would have been.
Jeremy, without you.
Shout
I
out
had
to
a few
Jeremy.
beverages, okay?
Yeah, me and Jeremy like some beer. You know what I mean? Flavorful beer. So.
Man,
Man, I'm
the
so
seltzers
upset
are
again,
good,
guys. But
too.
again, just working,
Beer
dude.
is
You know what I
good.
mean? Working that
Hopefully you'll
crazy
get the
schedule.
chance to be there
100
for
I
part
will
two.
be there next one.
It's
Guaranteed.
coming.
You weren't invited.
I don't care. I'll be there. And again, it's just one of those things. It's like you want to.
Hopefully they do it again. That was fun.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
sick.
Definitely. I had a good time. So,
Yeah. Next time I'll be there though.
okay.
I'm telling you right now.
I probably won't.
You guys, the
No, you
setup, I
won't.
thall my shoes were going to show, so I specifically picked out
Ashley's all
what
like, look at
shoes
my
to
shoe.
wear,
Look at my shoe.
Look at my shoes, yo.
It
Oh, you
didn't
can't see
make
mine.
the cut. It's okay.
Nah, but I hope you guys do like the setup. It did take a little bit of thought, not too much. We're gonna try to improve it still, but
Yeah.
a lot of cool toys back there. A lot
We're all
of
gonna be holding a toy in front of our
right
panzas.
like this next time. But it is what it is.
Anyway,
It was what it was.
next topic. Holiday seasons have started.
Thanksgiving, yay!
My favorite holiday.
It
Sandy's
used to
favorite
be.
holiday for
It
sure.
used to be
Green beans,
until I had
potatoes.
gallstone problems. So now it's like I'll take a little bit of that.
No dressing.
But
Oh.
in other news, I did have an appointment today, so hopefully they either cut me open or does all these things very soon.
Hopefully.
Up
Good.
Fingers crossed.
Turkey's better.
I'm tired of
hide.
losing weight. I'm losing my fingers.
I,
my
you're so.
God.
You know what? You kind of look like that chair swallowing you. It's like you're drowning.
We got
in it.
ourselves a comedian all of a sudden. Okay, all
You
right.
just look so small in it.
Like,
I'll
It's like-
remember
hey,
that.
bro,
Big
like
boy-
2 more
it's a big
pounds, we're gonna call you
chair.
Flaco.
I'll
I
remember
know.
that.
Where's
I'll
your
remember that.
waist?
I'm
Can
just
we
saying I'm
find
down
it?
quite some weight.
Good,
If you
I'm
can't
proud of
tell,
you.
you can't tell.
Well,
Don't comment if you can't tell.
Yeah, don't say nothing, guys. Don't say nothing.
it's like draining a couple gallons out of the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You guys, every year it's like new year, new me.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just never works out that way.
You know,
know-
you just need gallstones and you can lose some weight
Oh
too.
God, dude!
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when you start to consider leaving them in, so you stay honest to your diet.
and
you
when
know?
you're like hoping you get them so you can start a diet because you got no
That's
self
actually-
That's
control.
women think like that.
You know what? Nah, bro. But it's been a crazy ass
My
journey with
wife
that, so
thinks
I'm
like
good.
that.
I'm good to be over.
Yeah.
I promise I'll just do it on my own.
If you let me be skinny one time, I promise I won't mess it up.
Nah, but anyway, going into the holiday season, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, man. A good time of year. Everybody
Yeah.
gets together, we grub
Family and
down. You know what I'm
friends.
saying? Eat some pie, drink some beer, eat some turkey.
There you go.
know,
we don't eat
man.
stuffing though.
No stuffing. No.
No stuffing.
My wife does eat stuffing.
Yeah, and cranberry sauce.
She's a little different, Fam getting together, yeah. So right behind it though is the best time of the year.
Is it? Would you say it's the most wonderful time of
This
the year?
is the most wonderful time of the year. Literally, it's time.
for Dodger
Jingle
baseball.
bell, jingle bell rock.
Christmas is chasing right behind it, dude.
Tune
It's
into the
crazy.
December episodes, and we're gonna be performing those songs.
Right? We're all gonna be like duetting.
Rocking around. I'm just kidding. I low
Damn.
key guys that have vocals. I just never showed him. Anyway, yes, Christmas is literally like 5 weeks out or 6
Christmas
weeks out.
is upon us, and being in this family, if you ever actually met our family, we have a lot of cousins and family members. So, you know what I mean. We try our best to spread the love, but damn, it gets expensive.
There's a
bro.
lot of kids.
Gets expensive, dude. It really does. It really does. But you know,
Sure
I don't know.
does.
Christmas has always been one of those holidays for me, though, man. Where I love the ambiance of it, the lights, the balls, and
Oh, you love the balls of it.
yeah, you know what I mean. The
You like
ornaments, the
jingle,
ornaments,
The jingle, the ones that jingle.
the ornaments,
The
you
jiggly
know,
ones.
the reindeer, Santa Claus, you know.
Sleigh bells ring.
Yeah.
The credit card bills all the way into July.
And you know what's funny is I
that-
just paid off my last year's Christmas,
That's right. Me too.
so
Dope.
we're
Just
ready
in
to run
time.
that shit up
If you
again.
didn't know, you can take it out of firm.
That's right.
Oh yeah, so but you know, gotta get them
Affirm,
gifts.
Klarna, Sezzle. Afterpay, Zip. What you got, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shop. Oh, on some of them they have shop page.
I wanted to see if you guys were gonna continue. You know what I mean? Y'all,
No.
Jessica's over there half asleep tonight, guys.
Sorry, y'all. I got a job.
She worked.
She worked a couple hours today.
I worked a whole 6.5 hours.
Oh, shit.
Half a shift. Anyway.
It's not my fault. You work irregular hours.
I don't. I work 6 to 6.
That's irregular.
Yeah.
Unless you're a nurse or a doctor, and you're neither. So
No, I'm not.
you're a first
Anyway,
responder.
we're
You
gonna
better tell her put some respect on their name.
shut the hell up.
First
dude.
responder.
Going into our new segment, guys. So this is something new we're gonna be trying, and I hope it works.
Wait, don't forget to shop small, y'all.
Oh
for sure,
yeah.
dog.
Wait, did we
Jesus.
skip over that?
Yes,
Oh,
you
you're not
did.
So
even
this
reading
Christmas,
your
my phone
script.
keeps turning off.
I thought we took off the settings.
How do I do that?
Oh, just keep going, bro.
All
Damn.
right. For this holiday season, guys, we do ask, man, and we try. I really do. We have a little local
Market.
market here in town where we live, man, and they have a pop up every Friday. And I told my wife and Jess and my mom, I said, hey, you know what? Let's go check it out. And again, shop small. Because it means a lot to these little shops trying to make it.
That's right.
So for Christmas, guys, just try, shop small, go to these events, pick your favorite vendors and really support, what I'm saying? Because it goes a long way, dude. It really does.
Yep.
So always remember to shop small for sure.
Made with love. Don't shop corporate.
Sometimes.
Also, our gift tags are now on our website. Y'all go shop.
Woo! Link in bio.
Hit it up.
Literally.
We'll put it on there.
And those gift tags are custom, right?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
Jessica has made.
Yep.
So they usually do really well. So
They're
go
very
shop them
popular.
out, guys.
Get your horror
Hopefully,
gift
and then
tags
hopefully
now.
we get
Get
more
your horror,
active on that.
spooky, or monster gift tags. For
Yeah.
a little background, we should have had some, but you know what? I didn't come prepared.
She's like, I worked 6 hours today.
Dude,
Remember that.
I'm Max.
Had to go to the post office, drop off packages too.
I
Don't
did.
forget.
She was
I
like,
did.
I had to
I
wake
6
up.
hours and
She
10
actually woke up
minutes.
my daughter this morning for school.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my God, look at you just being an adult.
She is-
Relax.
Jeez.
Jessica woke up like,
Adulting.
what is this shit?
No.
Is that bright thing in the sun?
Right?
And I started Christmas shopping.
Anyways.
my first day on morning shift, I was like, what's going on out here? Why are there so many cars?
I guess I better get going.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, anyways, our horror gift tags are actual horror characters such as Freddy, Michael, Jason. I don't remember everyone else, but they're in there. Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, anyways. And then our spooky ones is a Nightmare Before Christmas one.
which are really cute.
Very cute.
Very cutesy, very demure.
And then our monster one is our classic monsters.
Dracula, creature, the mummy.
No, the mummy's
The
not
mummy's
in there.
not in
The
there.
bride
The
and
bride
Frankenstein.
Werewolf?
Mm,
No.
I want to say yes.
Let me see. I got a picture
We'll
right
go
here.
with it.
I got a
Werewolf.
picture right here. I lied to you. I don't got a picture right
You're
here.
good.
Anyway, guys, we're wanted to try something new, a new topic perhaps,
Maybe a weekly segment.
and this time we're gonna be adding Killer's Corner.
Damn,
you
that was
you went
pretty
with my
sick,
name.
dude.
I like that.
Killer's
welcome.
Corner, dude. I hope
That
you guys
was
like
me.
that. I hope you guys
No,
like that.
was me. That was all me. We're all like, what should we call it?
Okay.
Anthony was sitting there in his little corner silent, and I was like, Killer's Corner. And she's like, that's dope. We're going for that.
Killer's Corner. You know what though? The music is what it was.
Yeah.
You know,
The score
yeah,
on
but
that one,
Ashley,
great job, guys.
Ashley's
Thank
like,
you. Thank
me
you.
give you that one.
Killer's Corner. Like she was like,
Killer's
dude,
Corner.
She got
Stop
into
hyping
it.
me
you gave me
up.
the chills.
Oh man, they're so full of shit. Let's go.
You got to say it like the lady from The Exorcist.
So Killer's Corner. Tell me about it. What are we going to be talking about on Killer's Corner?
Serial killers. Infamous serial killers.
Infamous serial killers.
Killers that aren't as well known. I
Right.
should say.
Well, a little
local.
bit of a thing. Yes, exactly.
Local.
It's a local thing, right? Because we're new to this area, guys. So
Pop quiz. How many people do you have to kill to become a serial killer?
3,
4,
5,
More than
4.
5.
I don't know.
Oh my
I think
goodness!
it's. I think it's.
How are you
after
gonna say
3.
pop quiz?
I'm pretty sure it's after 3. You're officially a serial killer.
Yeah, I
You
think
don't
so.
you don't ask questions you don't have the answer to.
Right, that's
Come
literally
on,
what I was
that
Ashley was like this. 3.
I'm only on 2, so just kidding.
Damn.
Just kidding, FBI. Don't come knocking on my door.
So yeah, so this is something that we want to do is to talk about all the different serial killers because Ashley's low key obsessed with some of them. You know what I mean?
No.
She's watched all the docus and all that.
It's
And
not an obsession. It's being well known.
yeah.
In fact.
Well, I think too, like, being new to an area like we are here, there's been a lot of history before,
Yeah.
before we moved this way. So
And weren't used to this area at all.
No.
We've always lived in.
deeper
The
into
east
the
side
IE.
of the IE.
Yeah.
Now we're on the west side of the IE.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Ice Cube's still banging in my head from the World
Oh
Series,
my
guys.
gosh.
Nonstop. That's all I'd be bumping. But
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about a local serial killer that was known in
the 1920s.
Harupa, correct?
Yeah,
Rupert
so
Valley.
we're going to be talking about the Wineville Chicken Coop murders, also known as the Wineville Chicken murders.
Dun dun dun.
Of course, he had to be a farmer, guys,
He was a farmer.
and his name wasn't Bingo.
Farmer John.
Yes.
Farmer. His name.
So these
Old
were
McDonald?
these were occurred in Los Angeles and Riverside County, more specifically where we're at now, in the Harupa Valley area, between 1926 and 1928. The address is still listed on the. If you look up their Wikipedia page on it, there's an address there. You guys could drive by and look at the ranch where it was. This was perpetrated by Gordon Stewart Northcott,
19-year-old.
19 years old, farmer,
Farmer.
moved from the U.S. from Canada. 2 years early, 2 years before 1926, with his mother and his nephew. I'm going to
You know
skip
what's
the part about
crazy is that he
the
was
back
19,
history on
that is-
where he was. But long story short, he abducted boys because he was abused, so he sexually abused and killed boys.
Boys.
From the Los Angeles and Riverside County area.
But it's ended here, right?
It ended here.
No.
He actually got arrested in Canada.
Got arrested in
So he
Canada.
went back
Really?
home for a visit and got arrested in Canada and brought back for justice. And he was found guilty of 3 murders in February of 1929 and executed in San Quentin State Prison right here in California
Smoke
in
that.
October of 1930.
His mother was actually they said she was involved in it, so she actually pleaded guilty too.
As
Wow.
a conspirator.
Yeah, and
So
nephew.
were the bodies here in Harupa
And
Valley?
nephew?
and nephew.
Authorities found 3 shallow graves at the ranch. An
Oh,
exact
shit.
location given by Clark. These graves did not contain complete bodies, but only parts.
And they're saying that there was 3 what's the term? 3 confirmed,
Yeah.
but up to 20 confessed.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So the bodies were discovered here in Harupa Valley area.
Pieces.
Yes. There's still an address where you listed
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
I've
can drive
seen that.
by.
Maybe
so.
we'll stop.
That's
by.
gnarly, bro.
Nope, just kidding.
Those
We
fools
won't
got to be
do
mad,
that.
dude. Rest in peace to those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Or kids or
course.
boys or whatever age
Kids.
they were, That's crazy, dude. You think about the areas you live in, right? In the 1920s, just down the road here.
Yeah, and the history.
Some
that
fools
comes
running
with-
around killing kids, or killing
Yeah.
boys, or young men or young adults. And that's scary.
I feel like, technology has created such a thing that maybe it's easier to catch some of these murderers that they don't get to go on these massive killing sprees like some of these other serial killers have in the past
Right.
because news travels instantly now.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas before, news was a day old
Right.
at the
least
minimum. Or you could watch. There was. I'm probably not even TV then. No, you're talking radio. If you listen to the radio at night to hear the local news, you might catch something. But
Right.
now we have instant media, instant APBs for police and agencies
Amber
and things like that. Amber
alerts.
alerts. Comes to your phone. There's so many different things now.
Yeah.
That have
Back
been
then,
invented.
your parents gave you $1 to go to the store
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust was different back then.
100%. You didn't sleep with your doors locked.
No.
Exactly.
It's a scary situation though, because even today with all the technology and all this, people still try it. If they're not doing it now, we would never know that until they get caught.
Right.
But maybe, what if by the time they get caught, you're 10 deep? You know what I'm saying? So it does get sketch, bro. Like to think of it like that, and again, to think here 100 years ago,
Yeah.
something like that was going on, or to find actual bodies here on these properties. And another thing, and I don't want to get all spooky with it, but it makes you wonder what was on this land before a home was built here or the street was paved. How far back can you go and say,
Right.
Dinosaurs.
Something happened.
what happened here?
Dinosaurs, literally.
Yeah.
Was there mass murders here? You know what I mean? Was there executions? Was there, you don't
Witchcraft.
know. You don't know.
Yeah.
No, for real, honestly.
That always scares me.
And this case actually, was nationwide.
Yeah.
So they actually made a movie on it.
Mm-hmm.
2008 film. Clint Eastwood directed a film called what is it? Changeling?
Uh-huh.
Changeling.
Jesus, I'm uneducated. And it was Angelina Jolie and John Malkovich.
And it mentioned this?
Yeah, it's based off of the Wineville chicken coop murders.
Wow. Interesting.
And the struggle. In this particular case, I guess the police weren't as cooperative. Like
Yeah.
they weren't as helpful. But especially being back in the days. And one of the first kids that went missing, his dad was in prison, and
Oh,
his
okay.
as a prisoner, his job was to kind of report back. So he was kind of like a snitch. So he was fully convinced that it was like someone from the inside who took his kid, and the police were like not really working to find him. So that's kind of what the movie's based off of. The LAPD wasn't really there; she was struggling.
And,
Yeah.
and this serial killer was born out of abuse from his father, and he
Most of them
basically
are.
abused the whole family, the sister, all kinds of things that negatively happened to them
Right,
being
right.
raised that created this problem for the rest of the world.
Just again, dude, I think the whole picture as a whole, if you see the whole situation, it's just such a sketchy ass situation. You think serial killers, and you're like, what is going on in your head? Right? Because it's hard for us to comprehend. Or is it? No, I'm just kidding. It's hard for anybody to wrap your head around what you're about to do and then
Yeah.
to do it again and
again.
again and again, So, and we're not talking like, oh, drink another beer. No, you're talking taking a life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Physically taking a life. That's insane, bro. And
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about it. So,
Yeah. So it's crazy to think it was like down the street from here where you live
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I don't live around here, so I'm good. No,
oh,
I'm
we
kidding.
can go.
I'm
we
sure
can
there
go
were
to Redlands.
serial
Don't go to
killers in
Redlands,
Redlands,
y'all.
dude.
We can go
Watch
to
your
Redlands.
back.
Matter of fact, we've been there.
Yeah,
Go back
literally.
on YouTube, check out that video because that shit was gnarly.
Prospect Park, that shit's sketch.
Yeah, we're gonna retire that park as haunted.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, the LA, that was being tormented by I completely blanked his name.
Richard Ramirez.
Richard
The
Ramirez.
Night Stalker.
And
See
going
you
back
at
to
Disneyland.
crazy though, but that guy was, tormenting Los
Yeah.
Angeles for a long
And
time.
I remember that as I think I was a teenager.
And if you watch that documentary, there was a part where an older Southern lady lived out in LA,
Uh-huh.
and her granddaughter's like, "You need to lock your doors. You just never know." And she's like, "No, because if that comes to it, like I have to lock my doors to live, then I'm not living."
Yeah.
She ended up being murdered.
no,
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, she wasn't
And
living.
she kept her word. She said.
terrible.
Yeah.
But that's in LA where we're out all the time.
Yeah.
It's this world's scary.
You just never know, like the person around, and that sucks to have to even put that as any type of cursor in your head to doubt people all the time because it's negative. You know?
And again, to go into the spooky side of things, those people that have been murdered or brutally murdered, you know, their spirits, you know, how well rested are they?
Yeah.
They're
You know what I'm saying?
not.
You
Or
can't
are
rest.
they? Because you never got that final send off, I guess. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like, do they just roam Earth for the rest of eternity? You know what I mean? So
Purgatory.
it's crazy to think, like, man, dude, like those haunts, right? Those hauntings or those ghost stories, they come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like they're just stuck. You know, and I feel like if it's me, I'm mad.
I was just
for
about
sure.
to say that.
You know, like
I was like, I'm mad. I
I'm-
literally died a brutal death, and now I'm
And
living
I'm here.
eternally in my own
reliving
personal
it.
hell,
I'm
yeah.
stuck.
I'm not even sure bringing that person to justice could make a soul rest.
No,
you know,
no,
because
no.
what's you've
I mean,
removed from the earth.
They
you know?
brought him to justice, and he ended up dying of cancer before they can even, execute
No,
him.
he could execute him.
No, he died of cancer.
Who?
Nope.
The Night Stalker.
Oh, Richard Ramirez.
Oh, Richard Ramirez. I'm talking about the North Cut.
And
guy.
you know, and again, that's a problem. That's a big issue, dude. When you're 100,000,000% that's the guy he killed this many next day, bro.
Well, he confessed.
Next day, homie. You know what I mean? Like, now, what are we
You
waiting
know
for?
what's more scary is the amount of female attention he got
Yeah.
Yeah.
during this case.
There's a whole segment of the population that are like attracted to that.
That's just
It's
crazy.
it's
to
it's
me.
A
scary.
sketch. Well, you know what we could talk about right now in the news? The Menendez brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're about to get out probably.
Here you go. Ready?
And they're married.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Right? What?
That's some. You know what I mean? Like you could really
know
get
what they
into
did
some
wrong?
shit.
You know what they did wrong? They planned it, and they got caught for that.
Yeah.
No, they went back and shot him again after they were dead. That's what they
Hey,
did wrong.
anger though, bro.
Anger,
You know what I'm saying?
abuse.
I
say
didn't even
everything
watch
you
that
were saying.
documentary just because, I wasn't a fan of the way they portrayed it.
Well, my point of the
Oh,
whole
there's
thing
a
is
whole thing
that
about that.
they've been in prison for how long?
Yeah.
What's this other
20
chick?
years. something
They've
like
got
that.
married in prison.
Yeah.
The girl that just got out of prison.
Oh, Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy
Oh
Rose,
my
right or
gosh,
wrong?
She's a serial killer.
Just
I
was
mean,
like she
only-
framed that fool.
Look. How is it fair? She's the one that planned her mom's death, set up her boyfriend to kill her mom, and she got out.
Because she didn't commit
She was
the murder.
the mastermind.
She didn't commit the murder.
He's the one that pulled the trigger, and he's still in jail.
He pulled the
Well,
trigger.
Yeah,
But she was the one's like, "This is what you're gonna do." and
that's
you're
called
gonna kill her."
manipulation. But
100%.
you know, not saying it's right.
That
you
one,
know, but
she deserved kind of. That one's kind of.
wasn't that with some abuse or something going on?
Yeah,
she had her convinced, bro, that she was like cancer and all
She was
kinds
in a
of
wheelchair.
shit.
She
Oh,
was
it
having
was,
a
what's that
feeding
called?
tube,
Syndrome?
Munchausen
Munchausen syndrome?
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts.
That
dude.
one-
She was
Just like,
having procedure. Well, I never understood of that case. Is like
How
how
does
are
a doctor not see-
Yeah,
yeah.
like what are you having procedures on if there's
And that's why
nothing
I don't mess with the
wrong?
doctor's office, bro.
And
Well, there's
That's
an old
crazy.
story about the doctor, right? And like we can use Anthony for example because of this gallstone thing he's got going on, and he was talking about going to the surgeon. Well, what do you think the surgeon's going to tell you?
Yeah.
He's a surgeon. He wants to cut it out of you. You know what I mean? You go to the doctor, they want to prescribe medicine because there's pharmaceutical companies in their
when
ear
you
every
make it
day.
sound like that, surgeons are just weird, huh? Like just want to.
They want to cut you. They get paid to cut you open. That's you know.
freaky. When
If
make it
you
sound
if
that
you
way.
walk away on just an office visit, they make $150. But if they cut you open, we're talking about a new car.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm very against hospitals, doctors, and shit like that because, again, in my opinion, you can sway a doctor to believe that,
Sure.
other than obvious testing, that when it comes to like, I think I have a bladder infection. Well, I just tested your piss. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that you can sway a lot of that shit, dude. And then I don't know, bro. I just don't like it at all, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it's an obvious like you're in pain or you got this going on, yes, But I don't know, man. I don't like it. It's always too funky for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Until you need it, you're like, yes, give me that shit right
Yeah,
now.
hell yeah. That's what I'm
Give me
saying.
that Narcos. I'm just kidding.
Whatever it takes.
No, yeah, but yeah, that's gonna close this chapter.
Well,
of,
hold on.
Serial Killer's
No,
Corner.
no, it's not. Part of the questions we were going to ask is how would you feel? What would you put yourself in the victim situation? How would you feel?
Am I dead?
1926. All right. There's not the transportation you have now. There's not the immediate access to anything.
Right.
You're abducted. How would you? What would your reaction be?
Hold my breath until I
Scared.
pass out.
The
What the hell?
You
I
know,
don't
all jokes
know.
aside, bro, your panic's gonna set in.
Panic, yeah.
You know,
Right.
obvious panic and man, adrenaline and just horrid feeling. You know,
I couldn't. You couldn't put yourself in that situation.
yeah, dude. It's. I've had adrenaline rushes a lot. You know, in the jobs that I've done. But that's just got to be a whole different.
No, yeah. Imagine, first of all, a lot of them were young boys.
Yeah.
So as a young, child, and then you see who's abducted you is only 19, who's young, who's just a child too,
Yeah.
To be like, damn, like, you can't trust nobody.
Right. Right.
And, it's scary that his mom was in on it. So who knows what kind of weird stuff they were pulling, like, to make you feel comfortable, but you really weren't going to make it.
Right.
That, no.
I'm curious to see how Jessica would answer this. Like, how would you feel? How would you?
Exactly.
I thought he was still talking. It sounded like he was.
How would you react to that situation? Like,
the feeling, I guess, exactly what Anthony said. Panic. The feeling of I'm literally gonna die. Like,
She's like, I wouldn't get got.
like
well, I think
no-
too nowadays, there's more of a education about the situations that you face in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's more education. You can tell your kids. You can tell your spouses. You can tell
There's air
Yeah.
on how
tags
to.
now.
Yeah, there's so many ways to fight this. But in 1926,
yeah.
27,
Whole
28
different
is a
time.
whole different ball game.
If you, I think, and not to say, I think today would be scarier. And again, no, I'm not trying to dilute the situation of what happened. It was 1,000,000% scary, but
Horrible.
like we said, all the technology, all this shit, and if there's somebody roaming around, still getting away with it, still smoking people,
Cameras
you know what I mean?
everywhere.
Damn, that's even scary because like, damn, that was good. Like,
That's
he's
a
gonna catch
ghost.
me slipping. You know what I mean? Because again, you could joke around, but it's like until you're in that spot, you're like, oh shit,
Right.
you know.
Right.
It gets scary. It does.
Since we finished that part of the topic, it's time to transition into the next area for our trivia section. All right. So yeah. All right. So
This section is gonna be called.
serial killer trivia.
Brum, brum, brum.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we'll start with some easier ones, and a lot of it it's maybe not about
Let
a
me get my
serial
Google
killer,
out. Hold on.
but all things about serial killers, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna do an easy one. Robert Ressler coined the term serial killer while a member of the Criminal Apprehension Program in what organization during the 1970s? So think federally. Who investigates serial killers?
The CIA.
No,
FBI.
FBI.
I should have known that one. I used to watch that show. The Special Victim. No,
Dude, are you
that's
serious?
SVU.
Criminal Minds.
That's right.
The one that Ashley always mistakes in saying I'm watching Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, this next question is lumped in here. This is a little more recent. This person was technically classified as a domestic terrorist rather than a serial killer, but he killed a lot of people. Timothy McVeigh was an American who killed 168 people in what city?
168 people.
Timothy
Florida.
McVeigh.
Just so you know, he pulled a truck into the front of a federal building and blew it up with a cow manure bomb.
So this is recent, early 2000s, late 90s.
Washington.
Wait, what are we guessing?
What city did he do this in?
What city did you do what and kill people?
This explosion.
Washington.
No, it
I
was
said that.
next.
Pennsylvania.
Nope.
Oh.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I wouldn't got
At the
that.
I
federal
wouldn't have
building.
That was
Country home.
Killed 168 people with a manure bomb and like a U-Haul.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thomas Harris' 1981 novel Red Dragon marks the first appearance of what dubious serial killer he was famously portrayed by Anthony Hopkins a decade later.
Oh, Hannibal.
Hannibal Lecter. Ding, ding, ding.
she just watched that and now she loves that one.
That's
I
a
have seen
crazy
that over a
movie.
year ago. Red Dragon. I just told you about that.
Yeah, I know.
Serial killer Ted Bundy referenced the song Stay Wide Awake by what famous Detroit rapper?
Eminem.
Detroit gave it away.
Gotcha.
I was like,
I wouldn't really say that was, whatever. 1-1.
You guys probably watched the show. Michael C. Hall, probably known best for playing a serial killer on what Showtime drama that ran from 2006 to 2000?
Dexter.
Oh, Kayla. Didn't get it out of my mouth.
I said it first.
Who said it first?
Me.
That's another
We're gonna go back for
one.
review.
Yeah. I'm
What
pretty sure
serial
it was me.
killer was never caught after a string of California murders in the
The
20th
Zodiac killer.
century?
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't even get to finish the damn sentence.
She said never caught Zodiac killer.
The killer self-identified with a cross circle symbol. The Zodiac killer.
Impatient.
This was one-
Damn, that fool got away clean.
This
dude.
one
Nah,
was
he
the
had a
one
heart
that
attack.
was very, very interesting. World Series of Poker professional player Phil Lack has been granted what serial killer nickname because of his hood and sunglasses worn while playing poker?
The Night Stalker.
No.
hood and sunglasses.
That was the only description they had of this guy for the longest time, and it was actually his brother who caught him or gave him up. He had moved to like a remote area in the woods and was sending packages to people, and they would blow up.
What?
The poker guy?
No,
It was his nickname.
but this they named him
Oh.
after him because he looked like the sketch of him that they had.
Oh. Damn.
He moved to like the mountains of West
The
Virginia.
something bomber.
Yep,
The
the Unibomber.
Unabomber.
I gave that to you.
That was
Andrew's
an
over here
interesting
trying to
case.
act like
That
he's
was-
giving us the fucking hints, and I'm just gonna.
It was an interesting case. I mean,
Hey,
that,
Andrew's
they
like-
could not figure out where this guy was coming from because he was in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a finding, what's his name from Iraq? When they found him in that hole.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. The Whitechapel Murder and Leather Apron are two alternative monikers used to refer to what famous London serial killer?
Jack the Ripper.
Damn, I
That
knew
on the
that
tip
one
of my
too. Shit.
You suck.
I knew that one too. I'm sitting there like, ah.
I know. I was like, "Zhurr."
Here's a movie one. What numerically named film, 1995 film about two detectives tracking down a serial killer, was the second feature film directed by David Fincher?
Bad boys, bad boys.
He said numerical named filmed.
Oh.
Ew.
With Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
I'm terrible with movies, so you good luck.
Nope.
No? You guys never saw Seven
No.
of the Seven Deadly Sins?
No.
Wow. You guys need to watch that movie and we'll discuss it next week. It's crazy. That movie's crazy.
That's funny because that reminds me of like your bank account is 7.
Dollars over.
Well, it is a 1995 film and none of you are,
$70 overdrawn. We're like,
When you
None
go
of you
back
were
and
really
you're like,
old
oh,
enough.
I thought I had $10,
Oh my
bro.
gosh.
What American serial killer, nicknamed the Milwaukee Cannibal, killed and dismembered 17 men and boys from 1978 to 1991?
cannibal?
Yep.
Milwaukee cannibal.
Mm-hmm.
Was he the clown?
They just made like a thing about him.
Gacy?
No.
Jeff Dunham.
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. You.
I said Jeff.
That's the guy
Yep.
that does the puppets.
All right.
I was gonna say,
It's so crap.
you've seen those documentaries? How did you
Yeah.
not know that?
Yeah, you know what?
You know what? You failed. Sit down.
You know she's not paying attention.
Sorry.
Last one. We're going to make
Just
this one
background noise.
Sweet.
kind of difficult. Last one. In 1972, which active but yet to be identified serial killer was appointed to Seattle's Crime Prevention Advisory Committee?
Repeat the question.
In 1972, which active but yet to be identified serial killer was appointed to Seattle's Crime Prevention Advisory Committee?
Active during that time.
Yes, he was still killing people.
Bundy?
That was set up for you. Yes, Ted Bundy.
Seattle.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, why do you know that?
All of a sudden,
Yeah,
a Zodiac killer.
she's a weirdo.
That one was like,
I'm gonna have to sleep like this.
And that brings trivia to an end.
I won.
no, you didn't.
I think-
you answered like 2 questions.
You
I
seemed a little.
won.
You
I
seemed
think
to.
you won.
Seemed a little lost on that one.
I think it was a tie with me and Jess.
Yeah.
I lost.
Like I threw you
yeah.
some softballs, bro, and you were like, "Oh, I forgot."
You're really suck at trivia, though.
You know
in
when I have to
general.
think that hard, it's like, oh shit.
I
And
think
then on the spot.
you know what happens? He chokes.
Yeah, on the spot.
Loser.
Sorry.
You
So that wraps up our serial
Maybe we
killer
should do like
segments.
a trivia night
We
somewhere.
might. We
Maybe.
might
Stay tuned.
win prizes.
Is that a drop?
Eat food.
I mean, I ain't say nothing. Anyways, wrapping up the whole serial killer idea. I hope you guys like that little segment. It's just something we're trying to do, but overall, going back to it, man. Again, just a crazy mindset to think about it from being the victim to even being able to think that way. What kind of demons are you dealing with to be able to think that way and to actually act in that manner? So
Honestly.
you can dissect that portion of serial killer or murder, you know what I mean, and really get into like shit, dude, what is going on in that head?
Yeah.
So it was it's gonna be one of those fun things. There's so many serial killers
Yeah.
that we can talk about. And there's so many serial killers that we've gotten the opportunity to actually see some of the memorabilia of them, going to the Zach Bagans Museum and seeing ashes and clown costumes. And I'm not gonna say names because we'll get into it eventually. But it's one of those things you're like, shit, I'm in the presence of the devil almost, because of what this guy's done.
Yeah,
So
literally.
it's
And don't forget, there's victims.
always, man. And again, rest in peace to all those victims, dude, because that shit ain't cool.
Yep.
They gonna cut short and for what, right? For what? So
It's kind of like,
So this is not to glorify serial killers. This is to educate people about what's happened around in their cities and around
Right.
in the world, and the type of people that are out there.
right. But it's like, it's kind of scares me too how like some of these movies I watch and like who thought of that?
right,
Right.
Going into straight into movies, actually.
Who thought of that? Let me just say, you don't have to talk about this movie, but I just recently was watching The Terrifier, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And
That was. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing. Never mind. Go ahead.
it was pretty disgusting and gory, and I could see why people like it, and like, oh my god,
I respect
Terrifier.
anybody that can sit through it.
Right.
You know what I
It
mean?
was
And
absolutely
it's its
disgusting.
own genre of
and
horror.
Very nice because that movie's stupid.
Someone needs to talk to the
But then again,
the
how many
director.
people think that Nightmare on Elm Street was horrible?
Right.
That's one of my favorite
That's a
movies
classic,
of all
like
time.
old school vibe.
But again, just okay, talking about like who can create a film, and we've talked about it in the past podcast, but I want to bring it up again. Nightmare on Elm Street. Think
Right.
about that guy's backstory. What he was a killer,
Yeah.
right? He killed kids. You know what I'm saying? To where the town folk got found out and took justice into their own hands. Burned this guy alive.
It's more scary the detail.
Yes.
I think in the old days that happened a lot more, where they would
Yeah,
chase somebody
100%.
down.
In the little town of Hollywood over there. But no, for real.
That's actually how going back to the Night Stalker. That's how they took down
Yep.
the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
town caught on to, oh my god, he's boarding this bus. Followed that bus, he got off, and they chased him.
Yeah.
And beat him.
And that's good. What is that?
We can't
It's a
see
new
it from-
movie. It's
Oh.
called Trap.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
seen it.
okay.
But but Wes Craven creating something like that. What the hell? You look at the guy and respect and rest in peace to him, but
Craven's Industries.
what in the hell was you thinking, man? You know what I mean? Like, wow.
You never heard his backstory on the
Yeah.
movie?
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, I haven't.
He based it. Well, he had nightmares, lots of nightmares. That's why he had so many good scary movies. But he based the killings of how Freddy would kill because in Cambodia, there's
Yep.
people reporting that they would die in their sleep horrible deaths. So he kind of took that from that and said, Freddy's going to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what scares me apart, trigger warning, is like how he was a child predator.
Yeah.
And how he would keep certain things and have a favorite kid. And that right there, those details is what gets me. Like,
Dude,
damn, that's
what I'm telling you,
scary.
bro. As a writer, director, as the mind of the film.
How do you pitch that to
s-
people?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
this is what I
it was
got.
hard. It was hard for him to get that
Yeah.
picked up because
I can
It
see
took
why.
we're
like
talking
years.
I want to say the 80s, right? Early
Yeah.
80s. First film came out. And this is during a time we can go back to The Exorcist when that hit the theaters in the 70s, bro. The people aren't as open-minded as we are today. Right? People were like, what are you showing us? And the studio was like, we're not going to put that out, man.
Yeah.
But the fact that they did and it became what it is today, which is a horror icon and will live forever.
Yeah.
Right? So
1984.
but again, going back to the mind of it, it's like, bro,
There's something wrong.
why? Stephen King,
100%.
with the mastermind of horror books and monsters and what
The
the
king of
hell,
horror.
the king of horror, yeah.
I think of, like, Ashley just brought up, like, the Terrifier, like, what's that one? Pinhead. What's
Yeah.
that called?
Saw.
Saw. Like, some of these gorier, like,
It's a genre in its own, you know.
Yeah, but like, who thought of that stuff? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that's what you got to wrap your head
I'm
around.
personally not a fan of gore, hardcore gore. Like that is not my type of.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I went through a phase of that. You know what I mean? Where I was into it. You know what I mean?
Not
Like
me.
Saw, for example, when those movies came out, I was like, damn, this is nuts.
First
you
of all,
know?
that piqued my anxiety because the fact that it's a game and they have to figure shit out. And
Final
timed
Destination was
Yeah.
another one. You know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Those movies
Those-
terrifying.
I
that
still
shit
don't
made you
drive
think.
behind
Speaking
the
of Final
trucks with the
Destination
poles, bro.
too, you know, we totally forgot, you know, like R.A.P. to Tony Todd.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
man.
Candyman.
That was a hard one.
Candyman.
And you know what's crazy is I got to see him multiple.
Yeah.
Never got the opportunity to speak with him, but
Yeah.
we
We've
did
seen
get to
him
see him
multiple
multiple
times.
I spoke to him a couple
times,
times.
man. And
Really?
he, man, the way he interacted with people was always so wholesome. You know,
I don't know if it's
um,
my age, but like same thing with Sid Haig. I always ran into these guys in the bathroom.
maybe.
Gotta, you know, drain the bladder.
We're all doing the same thing, you know.
You know, but you know, very wholesome man. Every time he met a fan, and he gave the time of day to
a lot
everybody.
of one-on-one with him.
Yeah,
you can
dude,
tell.
he gave the time of day to everybody. And again, a film like Candyman again will be not as big, but also it's gonna go down as an iconic or a you know, one of those films that you're not gonna forget.
Right.
You
I
know
think
what I'm
this
saying?
genre, there's just certain films that'll live forever. You know,
That's
They
one of
just-
them
they
for
just
sure.
They just keep reinventing themselves, and the classics come back to
Right,
as reference.
Yeah.
right.
It makes me sad because, you know, the last two podcasts, there's someone who's passed. And you're
Yeah,
like, like
yeah,
you know,
first-
great
Terrible.
actors
Yeah,
are
yeah.
going and it's going to happen.
And, you know,
but-
and it's sad because it's like, damn, that's life.
Mhm.
You know, that's what we can expect. You know what I'm saying? It's like shitty because these individuals that we speak of have done something to impact somebody in some
community.
way and or a whole community. You know, the voice of Oogie Boogie that will live literally for
Forever.
Whoever.
decades and decades and decades while we're all gone.
Boogie Boogie Bash is going to hit different.
Oh man, you know, so they've created that for themselves to where really
Right.
they'll never die.
It's called a legacy.
Yeah, exactly. There
Yep,
you go.
legacy
The legacy
characters
will
and
continue.
Legacy people.
And when he started performing the Oogie Boogie, you know, in live concerts, unfortunately we didn't get to make it, you know, but that's that again just projected him to
Yeah,
be.
and then a few years, not even maybe a year ago, or not even 2 years ago, the character who plays Pee Wee.
Pee Wee Herman,
He
yeah.
passed, and he was the voice of what was it, Barrel or Shock?
One
Shock.
of those. Yeah.
Shock's voice. So
It's
Or
just
Lock.
crazy. It's crazy to go through
Lock.
it, you
I think
know.
it's
circle
So,
of life. Man.
exactly. But again, just rest in peace, Tony Todd,
Yeah.
and you know,
Super sad.
super sad, man.
And back to the Dodger note, rest in peace, Fernando.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why we
A
won.
lot of celebrity deaths this year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's crazy because I go back to the Dodgers one, and not to go off topic, but
Oh, for everybody on
Kobe
the
was a
topic.
big hurt me really hard because I was a big sports kid growing up and into my early adult life. I loved and did. I know I don't look like it, but it was a daily routine for me. I maybe rested once a week. So Kobe was like everybody. It didn't matter if you didn't play basketball. It was about the literal mama mentality, right?
Yep.
So when the Dodgers got clinched to start going into the playoffs and they started winning, the quote that they put up there was
Yeah.
"Job's not done." You know,
And they're like,
"Job's
what are we
not done."
celebrating for?
Exactly.
Yeah, it
So
was crazy.
that really like hit different, bro. Like, damn, you know. And again, coming from a man that's no longer with us,
Yep.
but again, his legacy,
Legacy
will
lives on.
live.
I have that book. Somebody bought me that. One of you guys
Will
bought me
live
that book.
forever, bro. Will live forever. Same thing with Oogie Boogie, Tony Todd, and Candyman. You know, when Robert England goes, he will be forever an icon. You know, so it's one of those crazy things, man. But all great films, all great stories. You know, to be able to put something together like that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry for going off topic.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
for real. We're supposed to be talking about a specific film.
We never picked
You
one.
know, yeah, I guess.
Well, you know, you guys just be blessed that you got a chance to see the man and
Yeah,
be
that's
around him a little
And
bit.
and I think that's what I love so much about travel because I do like to travel. I know with the new baby around, it's gonna be a little bit tougher this year. But we do want to go back out to
No, it's not.
Florida
Y'all
and
got to
back
be
out
right here
to
when we go to
get back out to these places. You know what I mean? Because it's cool sharing the love with everybody.
Right.
But one of the biggest things is like, man, we got to see so and so. We got to see, or
Yeah.
if we're really interested, we got to meet this individual. You know what I'm saying? So I've gotten the opportunity to meet and see a lot of people, which is it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've gotten the opportunity to meet Robert England.
all the Jasons.
Yeah, literally. You know, so
Nick
Linda
Castle.
Blair. You know, I got one-on-one with Linda Blair. She was real nice, and
Even the guy who played the creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, yeah.
He passed this year too, didn't he? Or was it last year?
Did he go already?
He's gone. Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
want to say it was last year.
I mean,
He
we
was
seen him in
there.
Florida years ago, even, and he was,
He was still going.
still going, man, signing
Yeah.
autographs and greeting fans, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, but films in general, the reason is just the minds behind it, leading up to the film, shooting it, directing it. Like man, crazy.
Yeah.
Just crazy, and I would like to really get into like Insidious, right? The writers and producers of that, like what was going on in your head for that? You know what I
Literally.
mean? That was literally when those movies dropped. That was a whole new genre of horror. For me at least.
That
'cause you-
scared me again.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like you get
For the
so
longest time.
desensitized to movies.
100%.
Slasher. They're
Slasher,
gonna kill you, murder you.
100%.
That
So
movie was different. It's
it
just like
smacked way different,
yeah,
bro.
maybe
It struck
I'm
the
gonna
fear
leave.
in you again.
Maybe we should leave the lights on tonight.
Yes, yes,
and there's
yes.
always which Insidious is it? Is it number part 2 where they go more into the woman and the black?
The
Yeah,
second one, yeah.
Ooh, that one, that particular one, I don't know what it is, freaks me out.
because
No, that's understandable, yeah.
you know what it is. They use some of what you believe, and obviously some stuff that's way off the walls, right? But the fact that there's some stuff that kind of makes sense in your head, you're like, wait a minute, my grandma used to talk about that,
Yeah.
right? Or wait a minute, they've talked about that in the church.
What do you mean I can fall, hit my head, and not wake up and go into the further? What do you mean?
I think, yeah, Insidious is mind blowing.
It's one of those where
I
they
think
get you.
we went to as a family and saw that first film
Yep.
in Ontario,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
and we all
This
walked
is
out
like 2010,
Oh,
2011.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember walking out.
Remember
It was the
that?
AMC right there next to Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And we
I
all
remember
walked
just
like,
that was scary.
2010.
that was totally off.
So how old was I in 2010?
I would.
Well, I was a
Well,
junior in high school.
12.
What are you doing taking me to see that, first of all?
Well, you wouldn't not go. What do you mean?
What did you do with this guy?
Those were the days, bro. I think that
remember.
was the last time my parents paid for my movie ticket.
Huh.
I might have paid for it myself. I was working already.
All right.
So
Well, I think that. No. Might have been your first date with your wife.
no, it wasn't
No.
that.
You want to know
It was a
something
movie.
short- off topic? There's a new movie out on Netflix. It's called Time Cut,
Uh-huh.
and they go back to 2010
Uh-huh.
as back then,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so weird to me because I'm like, okay, 2010 wasn't that long ago.
Okay, off topic. There's stuff in the museum right here in San Bernardino that my dad used to fucking play with, and,
Yep.
and now it's behind a piece of glass.
You know what's funny?
You know what I mean? With a thing like what it is.
You remember the last
Really?
trip? Were you there when we all went to? Did you guys go when we all went to Vegas?
No.
We went. Oh no, it was the rest of us. We went to Vegas, right? And we went over there to the cafe when it was still there, and Nightmare Toys.
Mm-hmm.
And they were gonna get a tattoo, and it was a big ass line. So there was a store, like a, what do you call it? Antique store next
Yeah.
door. I walked in and it was VCRs and like shit from my childhood. Like this
You're
is
like, whoa,
antiques
whoa,
now.
whoa.
Like
Yeah.
what? When did that happen?
That's a trip
Right.
though, because me being young, I'm young, so seeing 2010s is back then, and I'm just like the music they're playing and the outfits they're wearing. I was like, that was the good stuff.
Don't get me wrong. When they do like late '90s shit, you know what I mean? And I see it, and you're like, damn, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is that already like old?
Soccer
you know?
boppers.
It's like,
I mean, for
Dude.
me, it's video game. Like the transition from my childhood to what you guys play now, like on PCs and all the things you
Yeah.
guys do with video games, mind blowing.
Right.
Yeah.
you
I
got
mean,
to
if
play
you
the
go back-
original fucking pixelated Mario
Atari,
Bros. You
yeah,
know?
it was. I mean that was super advanced for back then.
And you're like,
I played like
"Oh!"
boxing on Atari, where it would look like two crabs, but
Yeah, battling
Yeah.
it out.
Pong, which is just a little thing, and then
Anyway, Time Cut's actually a slasher vibe film. If you guys want to check it out, it's actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it. Did you watch it yet? It's a good film. Like
Sounds
it.
interesting.
Check it out.
Interesting. Yeah,
it's
I'll
on.
have to check
You
that
said it's
out.
on Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah. But because we didn't pick a movie this time, so we're gonna have
Yeah.
to pick one next.
Next week
time.
we'll be more ready, I swear.
Yeah.
But again, we do have a fun season for you guys, man. We're super excited, man. Like Ashley said earlier, we did find a large tractor to pull everybody's heads out of their bums. So we're super excited this season. Look forward to the new stuff. As far as on location stuff, that didn't go away. You know what I mean? So we are currently coordinating for stuff like that. So just be on the lookout. You know what I mean? We're
Also, we didn't even mention these will be coming out on a new day,
oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right. These will be dropping on
Mondays
Monday.
at
That's right.
noon.
For your driving convenience to work. You're welcome. You know what I
Thanks.
mean?
Brought to you, but the idea came to like you and Gabe though.
Yeah.
You guys like,
Well, my brother-in-law, her husband, he's a #1 supporter. Trust me. This guy dissects the
he
podcast.
roasting us.
You know,
half
and
the
he's like,
time.
"Hey, man." He actually came up to me, guys, ballsy little fucker. You know, and he's just like, "Hey, man, maybe you shouldn't say this." I was like, "Yeah,
All
you're
right,
right.
you're
You're
right.
right. You're right. Yeah, like you take that because he really dissects the podcast and he listens to it. So no. So anyway, new podcasts are going to be dropping every Monday for your driving convenience. And guys, please
Subscribe,
listen. Please
like,
subscribe. Watch it on
back.
TikTok if we get on TikTok. Hopefully soon. Yeah. And again, thank you for the support and hanging in there with us, man.
Maybe we'll put on reels too.
We're gonna chop this one up to
Yeah,
being it.
that's about it.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the new set, the new ideas, the new flow. You get to see how big we are. And again, just thank you guys so much for supporting, man. We really appreciate it from the bottom of all their dead hearts. All righty, guys. As always, we'll see you on the next one.